really, really just universally good elements of the game. Whether or not you like that, you're welcome to your own opinion, but I do have to say it makes a certain kind of sense.
The only thing I'm upset about, Birds, is the fact that if I want to use a different loadout, I don't have other tier 12, well, tier 12 or tier 11
12.
exotics. So I'm sitting here, I desperately looking for glass needles in my inventory. I used them all on the feedback fences and didn't get the roll that I wanted. So back to step one, with making sure my loadout is good.
So we've been dancing around it. This is the one I'm most interested in. The hunter class, every single one of the subclass, so anything from a medium to a pretty dramatic overhaul. I can't wait to go play it. I miss my PlayStation, but I'm gonna have to rely on you guys. Where do you want to start?
Let's give a little bit of a forewarning here. We won't get too in depth with all of this because we are going to have some special guests.
Good points. Joining us on the show.
That is next.
Let's go ahead and announce them. We'll be fielding questions. Joining us on the show, of course, our good buddy John Wisniewski. But some names you might recognize now: Mr. Greg Peng, who did the weapons balance, and Mr. Grant McKay are going to be joining us on the show to talk through some of these changes. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way, but get your nitty-gritty questions ready, and we can ask them next week. But initial impressions, I know you guys are still feeling this out. Where do you want to start? Bones, you've been talking about Blade Dancer.
Yes.
Blade Dancer is one that saw some of the most significant changes to really just some of the core operations of what it's like to play this class. And you're saying Blade Dancer's up? You're liking it.
I am liking it in comparison to Night Stalker, and Night Stalker feels goofy only because I've put the most time on it when I'm playing Hunter. I do think it got hit in a couple ways that make you really rethink your build and stuff like that, so I'm still figuring that out. Blade Dancer felt like, oh, I can do this, especially where I'm at personally in Destiny, and it fits me. The biggest Blade Dancer changes were in grenades and the super. I'm not going to talk again about Blink, the negative recovery. I haven't been using it. I really like control jump. And a little bit about the melee. Apparently Backstab might still be having problems. We can get to that too. But first thing I noticed is skip grenades. And I had switched over to them for a little bit, especially when I would watch Crafty. He was just so good with them, and I was thinking, I gotta do that. If I don't play Blade Dancer regular, I better do what he's doing. I actually recently switched back to Arc Bolt, and I've been using Arc Bolt on my Stormcaller as well. And Arc Bolts, I'm doing a little bit better with them. I also realized that I have Lucky Raspberry Year 2, and I kind of forgot that was brought up. And then I got that, and I was playing with that and having a great time in doubles and Inferno, just triple tagging him and stuff like that. When it comes to the super, I'm still getting used to it, but I can feel like it's a little more controlled. The damage just happens now, and that's awesome. I think that comes in with the melee fix from about a month and a half back. Definitely plays a part in just making Blade Dancer work. But the increased damage, the energy cost is a little shifted where I'm not so much just spamming blade across a large space, but that also keeps me out of the air, and I'm forced to maneuver more on the ground, which I found to be kind of fun, because it's actually cool to see your Blade Dancer in third person running around. And I love sliding, activating it, cutting left, and then like sliding again, and you can just zigzag around walls and stuff like that. The major thing that I am doing with Blade Dancer, and I'll just go over my loadout here, is not really the biggest part related to the change, but what I'm feeling good with right now. So I'm using Arc, like I said, with Lucky Raspberry, making that transfer to more enemies and have a little bit more range. Better control, Razor's Edge, obviously, so I can throw my super at length, which I love doing. It's like one of the cooler kills. I have been running Backstab, but I've been trying out Fast Twitch because the range is down. It's taken down about half a meter. Not drastic, but it's noticeable. I used to use Blink Strike from so far out and be so comfortable finishing that shot. But then when I don't have that little jump forward in distance, I end up whiffing a lot. So I like the fast twitch to have.
Gains
I'm
the
using
lead.
Hungering Blade, of course. I'm not sure I don't. That totally changed. The big thing for me in Blade Dancer is not quick draw. I have stopped using quick draw almost completely, and I really love being footed with shotgun.
It is probably worth mentioning. You mentioned Lucky Raspberry, one of my favorites. In addition to increasing the range of the arc, it also means that you spawn with a free grenade every time you
yes.
respawn. You probably just didn't mention that because you don't ever die, and so you don't touch that part of it.
Not true, but yes, I did forget that. Yeah, Lucky Raspberry is good. I know our my used to be with the old one tap. When they do change, it's really awesome. You can push
Lost
through
the lead.
be at half health. But the reason I bring up fleet-footed is because I have been shotgunning more often than not. Still adjusting to my new scuff, and I think it's not going super well for me. Footed essentially adds any shotgun you have. So say the Quest Conspiracy Theory, or just a Party Crasher with aggro and Finder. I now have a slide that will carry me as far as the pads. It's like a shotgun with 4 perks on it. And to me, that's been a huge difference in my game. And just maximum sprint speed, that's really great too, because my game really relies heavily on positioning. It relies on disengaging and escaping and reapproaching from a new angle before anyone has the time to think, oh, I should check to my left. So that extra speed and then the slide distance from everyone, it's become one of my favorite perks. It's definitely making me lean towards Blade Dancer just as a whole.
Well, I was so excited before we knew about this patch. The very last time in Destiny before I left on the play some Blade Dancer, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the Blink Shotgun thing. I can't do it. I'm gonna make it work. It's a bit of a gut punch because the class has changed so fundamentally, literally the day after I leave. But painting it for a picture, I'm definitely looking forward to giving it a shot. You also mentioned Night Stalker, and that's one that you're familiar with. You saw a lot of changes across the board. You just want to sort of go into that a little bit. In particular, I'm interested in the smoke. It seems like some pretty dramatic changes to the old Spark Cloud.
Yeah, I've still not used that term. Definitely a difference. What happens is the impact doesn't sort of keep you tied to the ground. That in terms of getting hit by a smoke, which is, I don't know, like in terms of getting attacked by a Night Stalker, that's not a good feeling in this game, you know? Just like it's not a good feeling to run around for
Zone A
miles
lost.
while a smoke grenade or a skip grenade chases after you and stuff. Getting stuck in smoke sucks because you're like already trying to react and evade it.
Zone A's
You're not trying to be
It's
stupid
yours.
and keep
Zone
fighting.
C
You are trying
neutralized.
to disengage and they keep you there. And you know, the Wombo combo may not be that strong anymore, but I don't know. That's weird because it was the use of
Enemy
2
captured
extra
Zone C.
quick. So if someone uses the Wombo combo, they don't have anything else to throw at you for a little while.
Heavy ammo inbound.
But yeah, it was one of those things I didn't like getting touched by. So I'm gonna say that I'm okay with that change. Spike grenade though, I was using that a little
Zone
bit.
B
That did give me some
neutralized.
kills.
Heavy
Not so
ammo
much. Spike
available.
grenade did actually help.
I will say that all these people out there that are upset about melee changes, we'll get to the
Yes!
think
3 down!
about playing on Titan. None of that.
Yeah, hold still, buddy. Let me throw this thing at you.
They had it rough for a long time. Real long time.
You can't even throw things.
Throw a grenade.
Enemy captured Zone B.
I got that right.
When you did mention it earlier, I think it's worth calling out again. There's a couple items that were really big wish list
Zone
items.
B neutralized.
The changes to Firebolt grenades, change to Shadow Shot,
Zone
which is
B
the other one.
secure.
Very frustrating. I've mostly been
Very
Night Stalker over
noticeable.
these past couple of months. Okay, so that's what I want to know. When a Sunbreaker's coming at you, and you go, this is it. I can shut him down. I can use my Night Stalker merchant with the fun police, and then he throws a hammer at you and doesn't seem to notice it until long after he's dead. This is a stark change. You're telling me?
I've and it may be for the
Rip
few
Phantom.
that I notice a lot, but for the most part, it's pretty instant. You're gonna have those moments where someone's gonna still hate you because the internet. But for the very most part, you are getting tethered and you are stopped in your tracks no matter what. And it's just but that's part of what Stalker built on. Night Stalker built on sort of lean on that
5
where
minutes remaining.
things,
I'm curious to see how in Trials the usage of Night Stalker ends up shaking out. I mean, that's one situation where it's not just, hey, let me pick up your skills, but being able to use your super or shut down your it changed the flow of the game. I'm curious to see if that's
Fuck you,
really
Jade
enough
Rabbit.
of a difference there to have an effect.
I think the Night Stalker has been popular among a lot of big-time players because it allows players to do a lot. You know, it has so many options and stuff like that. You play on stream or whatever, if they're big players, they do spend a lot of time.
Yeah, buddy.
Where they do spend a lot of time like helping other people to the lighthouse. So
You're
it's
in the
nice to have
lead.
something that gives you a lot of choice. So where the Night Stalker's game goes down a little bit, support scenario sometimes, you do have to rely more on your teammates. You now have a super that can be used a little bit more, or at least reliably. You are playing defense.
You're falling
You can actually
behind.
call out push after your shadow shot because you know it's attacking. Whereas
Zone
previously
B
you shot it
lost.
and just sort of wondered long enough to get stuck like so. Yeah, that's the up and down of balance. That's
Enemy
literally
captured
it, right?
Zone
It's
B.
taking the things that are used so much so we can get a little bit down and
Gains
taking
the
things
lead.
that weren't as reliable, bringing them up a little bit. Same thing happened with gunslingers, although I feel like
Zone
the
B
reaction has
neutralized.
been a little bit more drastic because, well, they weren't used
You
a lot.
captured Zone B.
And people thought maybe if they're not used a lot, they don't need a lot of attention. But, you know, we don't know the effects that an untouched might have had. You know, so all of these changes that we're looking at, we always have to constantly keep in mind that they are happening in tandem with all these other things. And yeah, there's still stuff you question, and there's still stuff you
Zone A lost.
unhappy because that was your favorite thing. Like I'm unhappy about plenty of changes every
Enemy
time
captured
these patches come
Zone
out.
A.
We gotta start thinking about like, okay, so this doesn't seem so clear on its own if I zero in on this one line of a long list of patch notes, but maybe amongst this list that's some other causes. Maybe I can.
Also, I think that in take into account what they're doing they tuned
You're
Sunbreaker
almost there.
back in September. Well, not September of last year. And it got brought down and it's not what it used to be. But it was fun. It was fun in the meantime. And now they're bringing it back up. So I wouldn't say that like this is dead. This is completely going to be on from Destiny.
Zone A neutralized.
Because balancing and this job is
Your
pretty much
victory
a
gives
daily-
the city hope.
It's
Gun.
going to be happening all the time. And it's going to be appreciative that it's going to be happening all the time because your run was tough.
I joined League.
Yeah, better some changes.
You get a
than
Phantom?
9 months of roughly the same meta. I want to get back into this list.
We're gonna have to
Let's hear
take
about
the game away,
gunslingers.
yeah.
We talked about the Golden Gun Super increase. A lot of these perk changes, Circle of Life, Chain of Woe, Over the Horizon, Scavenger,